I'm writing this because I don't think I'm getting out. A clock on the wall glows, its digital numbers a stark red against the shadows. 11:59 p.m. Christmas Eve. Outside, the world has gone completely still. It's an unnatural silence, the kind that presses in on you, that makes the air feel thick and heavy. There's no wind whistling through the trees, no distant hum of cars on the highway, no faint sounds of my neighbors celebrating. Nothing. Even the snow outside my window seems frozen in place, each flake suspended, as if time itself is holding its breath, terrified of what comes next. And then I hear it. A single delicate bell. Not from outside, not from a distant sleigh. No, it's behind me. Right here, in the room. A cold dread, sharp and immediate, washes over me. I don't turn around. I can't, but I don't need to. I already know who's there. The temperature in the room plummets so fast that my own breath turns to a white plume of mist in front of my face. The colorful lights on the Christmas tree, once so cheerful and bright, begin to flicker. They blink in slow, dying pulses, casting long, distorted shadows that writhe on the walls. 1, 2. Then they struggle to stay lit at all. I can feel him standing there, just over my shoulder. The presence is immense, ancient, and utterly cold. It's so close I can smell the air around him, a strange, unsettling mix of deep winter frost. The metallic tang of old iron, and the faint, acrid scent of chimney smoke. A voice, a dry and brittle whisper, brushes against my ear, sending a shiver down my entire spine. You made the list. It's him, Santa. And the worst part, the truly agonizing part of all this, is that I didn't believe. I grew up. I moved on. I laughed at the stories and the silly songs. I forgot the warnings hidden within the folklore. And now my disbelief is the cruelest joke of all. The floorboards behind me groan under an impossible weight. He's moving. The sound of his boots cracking the old wood is sharp and violent in the suffocating silence. He steps around my chair, coming into my view. He's not jolly. He's a towering figure, his form shrouded in a deep red coat that seems to absorb the last of the light. His shadow stretches across the walls, a living darkness that bends the corners of the room in ways that defy physics, making the space feel twisted and wrong. He doesn't smile. His eyes, hidden in the deep recesses of his hood, are fixed on me. Slowly, with a deliberate and terrifying grace, he pulls a scroll from the depths of his coat. It's the list. But it's not the neat, calligraphed parchment from the storybooks. This is a brutal, tattered thing. It's endless, unrolling onto the floor and continuing on, a river of paper filled with names. So many names, millions, and they're all scratched out, crossed through with furious, angry lines. Some sections of the paper are torn, others are stained with something dark. It's a list of the forgotten, the dismissed, the ones who stopped believing. And there, at the very, very end of it all, is a single name left untouched. Mine. It shines on the page, stark and final. He looks from the list to me, his head tilting slightly. You were watching, he says, his voice no longer a whisper, but a low, gravelly rumble that vibrates through the floor. Listening to the stories. Waiting for the ending. He's right. I've always been drawn to these dark tales, these cautionary fables. I consume them, always curious, always seeking that final thrill, that last scare. I was a spectator, safe on the other side of the story. But not anymore. With a soft, rustling sound, he opens the large sack he carries over his shoulder. It doesn't hold toys. It holds darkness. A swirling, churning void that seems to pull the very air from my lungs. I see what's inside. I see the faces, the silent screams, the remnants of all the other names on the list. I try to scream, to let out the terror that's clawing its way up my throat, but the sound dies before it can even form. It's trapped inside me, a silent, choked sob. Santa leans down, the bells on his coat shaking violently now, a frantic, chaotic jingle that fills the room. His voice drops to a low, final whisper, a pronouncement of doom. You don't watch the end. He pauses, letting the horror of his words sink in. You become it. And with that, the last of the Christmas lights go out, plunging the room into absolute, impenetrable darkness. The only thing left is the sound, a single bell, ringing once more. And then silence.